Welcome back, guys. Boy, have I been having some fun, like completely without you. Sorry. I've just spent about a little bit over 6 hours on this map. Oh my, can you believe it? I have been having an absolute ball. I have learned a ton, by the way, that you know what? I think I'm gonna have to do like another map sometime and like show you, because I've learned loads of little tips and tricks that I can show you guys. Actually, you know what? That's a question for you. Would you like me to do like another map, or like more maps, or like whatever, like real maps, fake, like imaginary maps, like whatever you can think of? Is that something you want to see, or is it like, yeah, we've kind of seen it now, or like, yeah, like, let me know what you think. Okay, boy, have I got a ton to show you. Where the hell are we going to start? I guess we should start where we left off, roads. So, as you can see, there are a lot more roads now. I've been putting in, I've been filling in the highways. Now, you remember last time I put in like the M25 down here? Well, what I've done, because we're limited to 4 connections, I've put in, let me show you. So I've put in the M4 going off over here. That's a connect. Let me show you. Let's zoom in. Let's have a bit of zooming in action. Right. You can see these little green arrows, right? So we've got the M4 going off over there. Now, what links into that? Well, all of these roads coming off here. So this is the A40, which becomes the M40. This is like we've got the A3 coming down here, and you'll see that this is connected up to the M4. So this doesn't actually go anywhere. And like the A40, I've just put a little loop on the end. Now, when you're playing the map and you're kind of in here, right, and you look out, right, it looks like these roads all go off to somewhere. So that's kind of what I've tried to achieve, so that when you're taking pictures of your cities and whatever, it should all look pretty cool. Right, so that's that, and I've been round most of it, checking that I haven't screwed up any of the connections, because you know what I'm like. And I found a couple of errors which I fixed, and they're all beautiful. Now, all of the junctions I've put in with standard 3-way junctions. So it's this this junction here. Let me show you. This standard junction, right? They all use that one. So the reason I've done that is so that you don't have to use any mods, right? You can just install this on a pure vanilla game, and the map will work, and everything will be cool. I'm sure you guys are using loads of mods, but there you go. I just thought I'd do it that way, and then it is what it is. You can always take the map and change it yourself and put in your own junctions and stuff. So it's all made up of 3-way junctions. Up here we've got... now, I was going to put the M1 as the main route out to the north, but it kind of didn't make sense. It made more sense to have something more central. So I've actually used the A1M, which is this road that goes up here, and you can see the little green arrows showing that that's our in and out connection up there, and that connects around to what the hell is this road? I can never remember what this road is. This is the M11 up here, so that'll either hook around this way, or more likely probably hook around this way. We've got the M11, this is the M12, and again I've put a little loop on the end of the M12. We've got a fake version of the M25. The M25 actually, you can see, goes out a little bit further. I've put it in here just to give the flavour. Then we've got the this is the A13 M13 going out this way to the east, to Essex and those kind of areas. And then we've got the A2 M2, the A20 M20 going out here, and God knows what this one is. I have no idea what this one is. Now let me raise the map up a little bit, because this is I've had decisions to make, like kind of all along the way. Let's bring the map up. Come on, map. If you right, this is the M26 going out here. Now I was like, well, do I put a spur in here to show the M26? But there's like what's the point? You know, it like visually you can't even really see it, and so I've kind of decided I wasn't going to do that. Again, like if you really want, you could always put it in yourself. So I left that out. What haven't I left out? At the south, I used the A23. Now the A23 is the main motorway, the main freeway that goes down to Gatwick and the south coast down there. So I thought we'd put that one in, and then let's drop the map down again so you can actually see. And then over here again, I was like, you know, should I put in what is it, the A23 or something? I don't know. Let's bring the map up again so I can tell. The A243, like should I put that in or should I put this in going down here? And again, I thought, yeah, you know, this is the A24. The A24 is like fairly major, but I decided no, that's not going in. But we have got the A3 going out this way. We've now I put in a couple of extra things here simply because of the bridges. Now we've got Kingston Bridge going across here, and if you just put a bridge in and it didn't connect to anything, it looked pretty stupid, really. So I thought, well, we better put a connection in there, and this actually mirrors the roads that should be in there. So let me bring this up again. You can see that although they're not freeways, we do have the road that comes across here, and then it does go across. There is a bridge across here, and it does hook up down to the A3 ultimately down here. See, so it actually goes round like that. There you go. So that's that bit. Right, let's drop that down again. Right. Now, I've tried to stay faithful to the kind of feel of it, but I haven't necessarily with these outside roads been absolutely like balls accurate. It's an industry term. What else have I got to show you? So that's the roads. Right, rail. The rail is pretty important. So I've only got 4 rail connections, and there are some like major stations to bring trains into. Like just up north, you've got Marylebone, Euston, King's Cross, St Pancras, right, and that's just up in this area. Then you've got Paddington, Waterloo. Good grief! Over here you've got Liverpool Street, and what's the other station over here? I keep thinking Farringdon, but it's not Farringdon. What's Fenchurch Street? You got Fenchurch Street and Liverpool Street, which are serving the east, and then of course you've got London Bridge Station, which is a major station, which is about here, which feeds the south east, so down to like Folkestone and Hastings and Eastbourne. And there was somebody who said you're not looking after Eastbourne and Hastings and that area. Well, there you go, mate. I'm sorry I didn't write your name down, but you get a sort of a semi shout out anyway. Right. Whew. Do I need to slow down a little bit? Okay, so which ones have I put in? Well, I've put in the route out to the west. So this is the one that comes into Paddington Station in the west of London. And what I've done is I've taken a feeder off that, and I've taken that down here and across the freeway and across the river, and brought it in as the route in from kind of this goes down to Portsmouth and Bournemouth and comes into Waterloo. And this doesn't go anywhere, right? This track just stops. That's not connected. So those trains are actually going to go out on the Western Line over here. Up north, up. Now the most of the routes up to the north, to the Midlands and to the north, go up this route. Now what I've done, this pretty faithfully follows the line in to about here. And then what I've done, I've just connected it up across to this line coming in from kind of the semi-northeast. This goes up to the east of England, so out into, I don't know, North Essex and up to like Norfolk and Suffolk and those kind of areas. Yeah, cool. You can see that I don't know much about those areas, can't you? Yeah, there you go. Anyway, I thought, you know what, again, for playability, I'll hook those up. Just join those two together. Right, then, and that one feeds Liverpool and Fenchurch Street and kind of all the east side. Then, I thought we needed to put in something coming up from the south. So there's a rail link that comes up from Dover and what's the port next to Dover? Folkestone. There you go. There's a route that comes up from Dover and Folkestone, which comes up here through Orpington. Let me zoom in a little bit so you can actually see the darn thing. And I've had so much fun putting in all the bridges and everything. It's been awesome. And like when I've been doing this, I've had to smooth terrain and all kinds of stuff. It's been awesome sauce. Seriously, I could have done like an hour time lapse of just like doing all of this stuff. So this comes in, and I've kind of just left it there for now. But I'm thinking, should I actually hook it up to this one? And I think that might be an idea. Now, so those are the four. So we've got one coming in from the west, one coming in from the north, one coming in from the northeast, and one coming in from the southeast. So there you go. And you should be able to satisfy all of the major stations that you want to put in using those four routes. Whew, man, you know what? I'm going to hook this train up. I'm going to hook this railway up. Just for the sake of it. Oh, you know what? Before I forget, let me show you something. You know how with this trains bug, and I'm hoping that that's gone away now, that it was only like in my earlier version. But I think I know what's causing trains to get backed up when they're going out. Now, this is a guess, but when I was looking at the train, when I was putting the trains in, I noticed that at the edge, and this is on every one that you connect to the outside, you get this little cross piece here, right? Now, God only knows what that cross piece is for, but I'm just wondering if trains are getting backed up, getting stuck on this cross piece. I don't know. I do not know, but I think it's very suspicious. Don't you guys? Right, so let's put this train in. Let's have a bit of fun. Let's do a bit of building. So all I'm going to do is just hook this train up. Yeah, I've got the thing, and oh, take off the upgrade. See, I got the upgrade tool on because I was fixing my mistakes. And we'll just bring it like across here. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to bring it like into this map square so that if people are like kind of playing the game, they'll be able to pick up the railways. So, and now where am I hooking up to? I'm hooking up to there, aren't I? In that case, I'm going to bring it round here, and then I'm going to bring it through the corner of this map tile and bring it up a little bit, and then connect it over here. Now, this is one thing when you're building maps. Playability, it's a huge thing. You can't just like build it and say, you know, like and ignore the gameplay. You've really got to think about the gameplay. And I've been thinking about where my starting tile is going to be. Now, this is kind of an interesting one. I think most people will just unlock everything anyway, but like for anybody that actually wants to play the game, like how on earth are we going to do that? So what I think I'm going to do is I think I'm going to trim this back a little bit to about there. Yeah, and I think I'm going to have this as the starting tile because you've got a couple of bits of river to put your upstream water pumps and your downstream sewage, and yeah, I think that kind of works as a starting tile. How do you set your starting tile? You go to map settings and you choose start tile, and then you pick which one you want, and we're going to pick that one. That's going to be our starting tile. So there you go. Right, what else are we going to do? We're going to put some stuff in. So that's our trains. We've already put our ships in. You saw me do that. I've done a huge amount of work on the river. Should I show you that first? I think I probably should because I want to switch the river back on. Yeah, all right, let me show you that. Let's get rid of the map. Let's take the map down. I want to show you. Oh, let's down a bit more. There we go. Right, I want to show you this. Look at this. This is the London City Airport here. And let me bring the map up so you can see what it should look like. Right, and what you've got is this fuzzy blue area, which is water. That's a dock, and then the airport runway runs across here. Right. So what I've done is drop it down again. Is I've cut out this area. I've popped in a couple of water spawners. There are actually two trenches which run out to the river. The trenches. Well, I can't think of another word for it. I've just put in one just to kind of simplify it. And I have tested that you can get an airport in here. You can just get one in that fits if you put a road along the bottom here. But for example, you know, I've figured out how to get these nice sharp edges and stuff. And so, like, when I come to do, like, canals and stuff, or Venice, Amsterdam, oh, I would love to do those. God, that would be awesome. I've figured out loads of tips and tricks for, like, how you do this. I mean, a lot of it is using tools like the leveling tool. So, should I show you? Go on, I'll show you very, very quickly. So, if you take the leveling tool, right, and if I mess up a bit of terrain, so you know what? Let's take the soften tool, and I'll kind of soften this edge into something horrible, right? All you do, if you take the level tool, take a level from where you want it, use a sharp edge brush, right? You want the lowest brush size, and then all you do is just take it along the edge, and boom. Right, I've gone a little bit too far there, but if you just do it so that this is just over the edge, right, and you can get these really nice sharp edges. Sorry, I've been a bit clumsy there, but never mind. Right, let's Control Z, get rid of that and that and that. There we go. Get back to the nice sharp edges. So anyway, that's how you do that. Whew, man, so much to do. Now, here's a playability issue, right? If you're going to do like a full-blown London, right, you're going to need loads of water pumps and you're going to need loads of sewage and all the rest of it. But if you're doing these nice areas up here like Kingston and Richmond and whatever, you don't want to have to necessarily plot 1 million water pumps along here to feed your city. So what I'm going to do, I'm actually going to extend the Lee Valley Reservoir a little bit. Now, this is accurate at the moment. What I'm going to do is purely for playability. So I'm going to change the terrain height to 0. I'm going to use my leveling tool, hard edge brush, and I'm going to take this out here. Now, the reason that I'm extending this one is because there's kind of nothing like that staggeringly important up here. So here we go. So let's run this kind of a little bit further, maybe. Just up to about kind of sort of there-ish. And I'm going to kind of square that off. Like that kind of thing. So that you've got a bit more area to put your water pumps around. I mean, it's only a little thing, but I think it'll help if people are going for like a really, really big city. And then we reverse it by right-clicking to get the current terrain height. Right, and then doing what I was telling you before. I should have used this as the example, shouldn't I? So, see, if you get close to it, it'll start to give you that nice straight edge. And we'll put a nice straight edge in down here as well, I think. There we go. Oh, a little bit more. There we go. So that's how you get those nice straight edges. Now you can see that I've deformed the terrain here. Well, no worries. All I do, go to my soften tool, and I want brush strength, probably about, about 12. Small brush. Use the feathered edge brush, and then just blend this back in. There we go. And it's all nice again. Lovely. God, I could do this for hours. Now, if this was like further in the map, I would soften this further. But since it's right next to this reservoir, I'm not going to bother. It should be fine. And having said that, he's then going to soften it a little bit more. Okay, there we go. Right, cool. Now, what else? Now I can turn the water back on. Yeah, now I can turn the water back on. And I'm kind of tempted to up the strength of this this water spawner. But I think I put in a fairly strong one anyway. Right, let's crank it up. Yeah, there's a fairly strong one in there already. And we do have a second water spawner up here, which, like, if this starts to run down, this will be sending water down as well, which will help. So that's cool. And don't worry about this, like, flooding out at the moment. That'll settle down and it'll be fine. He says, hopefully. Yeah, it's fine. Cool. Right. let's get on. So much more to do. So much more to do. Let's put in now trees. Several people said, "Are you going to take the trees out of the river?" Already done that. I was up to about 3,500 trees on this map that I put in one by one. I've got rid of virtually all of them. I've left a few in for now. I'll probably get rid of these. And by the way, like when you're deleting, when you want to delete these trees, don't do it the way I was doing it before, like one by one. If you increase your brush size and then just hold down your right mouse key, right? Let me show you. Let me actually do it. So let's get rid of these. So we'll increase the brush size and then just hold down the right mouse key, and then you can just brush them away like that. It's a good idea to increase the brush strength. That'll get rid of them a lot better. There we go. Boom, 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 boom. Oh, one there. Boom. Cool.